Hey guys, welcome back to another World of Tanks video. This one is going to be a little different from the previous ones I've put up in the fact that it's not just going to be pure gameplay. It's going to actually be my impressions and uh, what I think of the tank. It's not going to be a review by any means because I'm still very much a noob at this game. So any kind of review or pointers or tips or whatever coming from me would be kind of silly. So with that said, um, let's go ahead and get into it. This is a Tier 3 light German tank. It is the Panzer I-C. It is probably my favorite tank so far. I've only got a couple of Tier 4 tanks. Let's see. No, I've only got one Tier 4 tank, the M3 Lee, which is not a very good tank at all. It's actually, I really I'm starting to enjoy driving it, but it's really not that great. Its armor is crap. It's very limited with a turret. You know, you have to be pointing at the target, you have to be facing it, and with its armor, the tier 4 tank, medium tank, you're fighting KV1s and stuff. You know, tier 5 and sometimes 6. It's not very fun, but I mean it is fun, but it's not very easy to drive, and with me being a noob, you know. Anyways, that's not the point of this. Nope, that's wrong tank. There we go. As you can see, it's probably the only tank that I actually regularly keep stocked with modules and camo and stuff because I play it. I wouldn't really say a lot, but I do really enjoy it, and I like playing it. And you can see my crew is not even maxed out yet, so I haven't put that many games in it. But I guess we can start by going over the basics. 230 hit points. It weighs about 8.15 tons. Not about. It weighs between that, but you know. The engine power, it doesn't look like it has that much power, but 180 horsepower. But then you look at the top speed, 79 kilometers, because it is very light. Let's look at this real quick. Oh nope, wrong one. There we go. The specific power, horsepower to tons, 22.09, which is decent. So this guy can move. That's probably one of the two main selling points of this tank is the speed and maneuverability, which the 48 degrees traverse speed is pretty good, and the gun. But we'll get to the gun in a minute. But you can see right, the whole armor, 30 on the front, 20 on the sides and back. It's not great because it is a light tank, so you're going to be going up against tier 4s and 5s. Tier 5 is pretty much the limit from what I've seen that this tank will get into. I don't know if that's true or not, but I personally haven't got any matches where I was going to against any tier 6s or anything. But if you do get a top tier, if you're top tier, you're pretty good with the speed. The armor's still a little low, but with the speed, as long as you keep moving once you're spotted, that's the key. Keep moving, and then using the speed and maneuverability. To your benefit. That's where this tank really shines. You can see that the standard shell damage is pretty low, 6 to 10. That's kind of thinking there's tier 1 tanks that do well above that, but that we'll get there. And the penetration, not great. Especially if you hit it, go up against a tier 5 heavy, you're not going to penetrate it. Even from the back, chances are you're not going to penetrate. But then you see the rate of fire, 253 rounds a minute. That's pretty crazy. And the actual gun reload time, because I don't have any modules that help that out, my crew training is very low. It's at 9.56, but I imagine that it'd get down, around 8 seconds or so. Once you're fully geared up and you have a maxed up crew. The turret traverse speed is pretty good at 44 degrees. The view range, I don't know what between the actual and everything is. 340 and 700 signal range, pretty good. You can spot things before they can spot you, especially if you have the camo net. With the camouflage, you're sitting in a bush. You'll spot things a lot more often before they see you, which is very nice. And then once you're spotted, you obviously with the really bad armor, you got to get out there. But let's get to the gun. It's 7.92 caliber. At 40 shells in the magazine. The way this gun works is, I think it has, I want to say, I can't, like maybe 5 shots. It is a clip loader with a magazine loading system. So you have set around, and then once you run out of that, the whole thing has to reload, and that's where the reload time comes in. But this thing, it's like a flamethrower. Once you fire, it's like it just keeps shooting. You pull the trigger once and it shoots, a continuous spray. It's like I don't know if it actually is like a machine gun, quote unquote machine gun, but it is amazing. Um, so with its traverse speed, the turret traverse speed and the actual tank speed, you can just circle around things and have them try to hit you and everything. And if it's a big lumbering like medium or heavy tank, chances are they're not gonna be able to get you. But yeah, so I know I've done a really bad job of describing this tank, so let's go ahead and get into some footage. Alright guys, so here we are. We're on Einsk or whatever, however it's pronounced. I'm horrible with pronunciations. And you can see XVM's giving us a 64% chance to win. And I am down here with a very low, very bad efficiency rating. I think that's what it is. I don't even have 1,000 games played yet. And a win ratio of 52%. So nothing great. We'll go ahead and get it going. And you can see here, this is before I have any kind of consumables or anything like that. And I don't even have camo yet, so this is definitely one of my early games. And I'm still trying to fill out the actual tank itself before I decide to put a lot of credits into it. And you can see let's here, put it back on fixed camera. The acceleration is not that great. That's the weak engine right there for you. But like I said, the top end speed and the maneuverability, the traverse speed and everything is where this tank really shines. With light tanks, I either do one of two things. I either come down and park around in here, or I do like I'm doing right now, push up and see if I can get any arteries. Since there are already on this team, I decided we're going to go arty hunting. So that's my plan. But I noticed that, like I said, I'm still trying to fill out my ability to drive this tank, so I'll wait on the other light tanks to pull up beside me, and I decide strength in numbers, kind of wolf pack it, So I decide to wait on those guys, and once they catch up, I pull up. And there's that Cruiser 2. He's already been taking fire, so I'm not gonna worry about him. I'm trying to focus just on Artie right now. And there's the T-46 off to the right. With the other tank, and right there I spot that Sexton, so I don't even worry about the D1. I decide I'm gonna go ahead and just take out this Artie as fast as I can. There's the other one. There's the lorry, and I auto aim, so I don't have to worry about my turret. This close, chances are it's not gonna miss. But that's the power of the gun. You see that 5 rounds in the actual magazine, but each time you pull the trigger, it just keeps putting out rounds. It's amazing. It can't get you in trouble. You'll see right here I come very close to shooting my own teammates, and I wouldn't be surprised if I didn't. Hey, Mr. Cruiser. Sorry, you're much bigger and heavier than me. I'll let you have the right away. And there's a Locust from way over there. I managed to put a couple rounds into him. Right there, the Cruiser almost, or Crusader almost ran over me again. But get this guy. I'm just using my traverse, trying to keep my armor angled as much as I can. And you see right there, you can get a little careless and crazy with your shooting, so that's one thing you got to watch out about. But yeah, that's pretty much this replay. Everything else gets taken out. Let's go ahead and speed it up. Just those final tanks right there. Yeah. So nothing too great, just like I said, you can see right here I love this tank just because the firepower is crazy. The penetration's crap. The individual damage of each round only does between 8 and 10, so it's not that great. But the sheer amount of rounds that it puts out is just crazy. So let's go ahead and get into the next replay. Alright guys, we're back in another replay. This one is for Fisherman's Bay, and you can see XVM gives us a 77% chance to win, and I'm pretty low on the ranking again. So I'm still learning this map. It's one of the newer ones you get once you get tier 3, tier 4, etc. So I mean, that's how bad I am at this game. It's taking me this long to get to this map. And you can see I decided I'm gonna go ahead and invest in some camo. So just to see, lots of bushes, lots of places on this map. Go ahead and put it in ×2 speed. lots of places to hide, so I decided I'm going to do a little bit of passive scouting, especially since I don't know this map. It's a much bigger map. Well, I don't know if it's bigger, but it's much more open. So I'm looking for a good place to hide. I see this this road right here. It's got a slope on each side, so I decided I can pull off the slope and try to do something. But I noticed that probably need to pull up a little bit before I'm as effective as I can be. So I'll pull up here. I notice that I probably won't be able to spot anything because I'm down on the side of this right here. So I pull up a little bit right here, and we'll see. I don't know how many of these guys I actually spot, but there's probably 3 or 4 tanks at least that come through this area. And let's see. Go ahead and speed up a little bit. There's the Covenanter, Covenanter, something like that. And there they are. There's a Chiha and the Panzer I C, same thing that I'm driving. I don't know if they can see me because of the slope. They probably can just because of the proximity. And so I decided I'm just going to sit here and wait, see what develops, because any one of these guys can take me out. Especially the Chiha with his armor. And see, that's how easy the Panzer I C can get taken out. That's why I'm not pulling up. So I'm just playing it easy right here and hoping that nobody spots me. I'm still wondering if they can shoot me, and then the Covenanter puts around into me. I decide it's time to move. I got plenty of backup. Right there is a rare bounce. I'll take another shot. I don't know where that's coming from. There's the M3 Stewart. He's probably the one that's shooting at me now. So I decided I'm just going to put as many rounds into this arty as I can. Friendly already took him out. Very nice. So I decided I'm just going to take put as much distance between me and the M3 Stewart as I can. So I just use the a little bit of a choppy frame rate for some reason, but I'll just floor it and try to get to their cap circle. See if I can probably split a little bit of the attention from the guys down in the town. I know that I have plenty of tanks behind me where I came from. They can take care of that Stewart no problem. But I do keep my eye on them because, like I said, you can get one shot pretty much by anything in this tank. The armor is not good, and I'm at 100 HP, so I'm definitely watching. And I take a shot from right there, that heavily damaged T-15, and I don't want him to take any free shots at me again. So I take one more look back at the M3 Stewart. He's taken out. Then just auto aim on that guy, take him out. And that's pretty much the extent of my my action in this. We do cap the circle. You can see somebody shooting at me there, and so yeah, there's really nothing else that goes on for me. Everybody gets taken out on the enemy team except for I think the tank destroyer. So I'm gonna put up 4. See him just taken out. And that's it. We cap, and still, like I said, I'm not feeling very brave in this tank yet. I'm not using its speed like it should be, in my opinion. You know, it's coming from a noob, so take it with a grain of salt. But let's move on to the last replay, and you can see how bold I get. Alright guys, here we are on Malinovka. You can see our chance to win is 49%, so much lower than the last few games. And I'm actually higher up on the I guess leaderboard or whatever you want to call it right here. So that gives me hope. I decide I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to be a little brave and go up to the ridge like I usually do on light tanks, just to make sure that nobody's trying to flank us from up there. And with the speed, I'm pretty sure I can get up there, at least get to the high ground before anybody else. That was 2 times speed, but just you can see how fast this little guy goes. It does struggle a little bit on inclines. It does sap it because it doesn't have that much power in the engine. It's just flat out on the even terrain or down hills where this guy shines. So we'll go ahead and bump it up to 4. So you can see guys getting spotted left and right down there. So I said I'm gonna pull up here, and what do we have right here? Hold on. There it goes. Let's back that up real quick. He wasn't showing up for some reason. Alright, so let's play it normal here. There's a light tank that was hiding in that bush that I spotted. So let's see if it actually shows this time. I said I'm going to pull up, and I think I'm just going to keep going down. There he is, the BT-2. So this is where the speed is clearly shown. There's a locust right there to the left. He shoots at me, misses. I'm reloading. I'm chasing this guy down. He's serpentining like, you know, I guess like he should be, but my speed is just too good. There's another light tank right there, and a spot that M2 medium tank right there. Take out the BT2, and I decide it's time for me to get out of there. I've already taken a shot right there. My track luckily eats the damage, so I decided it's time for me to pull back. I've done some spotting. I know where the locust and the T127 is. I spotted the M2 medium. He's taking fire. So I think I've done my job for right now, so I decided I'm going to pull back and reorganize my thoughts. And this is about the time I noticed that our guys are still kind of pinned down here in the southeast. They haven't really moved as much as they normally do. So it's kind of, I'm sitting there thinking maybe I should get on there. I was like, nah, I'm going to come back up here, see if I can take out that locust and the T127, see what I can do. T18 scares me. He can one-shot me easily. Well, I guess I have a little bit more health to get one-shotted, but anyways, I'm debating which way should I go, and that pretty much seals my my mind. I'm gonna pop down here behind this ridge line down here. You can see the acceleration. It's kind of bad. So I pop down here, and I'm sitting there thinking, I guess, yeah, I'm gonna come down here to our spawn, and help these guys out. There's this guy right here. I think I'm going to take a shot at him, and no, he pulls behind cover and gets taken out. But right here, you'll see just how fun this tank is to drive, going down hills and flat terrain. That with the assist of the going downhill, you can reach 70 plus kilometers pretty easy. So you can cover a lot of distance in this game once you actually get up to speed. So I said I'm gonna come over here. I'm trying to stay behind the ridge line so nothing can affect me too much, and I decided I'm gonna come down here and get behind that rock right there and do a little bit of scouting for my guys right here. And that's right there is where the speed can get you in trouble. And you can see right here, for some reason I don't have auto replenish on my consumables, so I didn't have a repair, which I really didn't need it in this situation, but it made me think, I forgot to do that. So I decided to pull up here and do a little spotting. And I'm not sure if I'm the one that spots this Chiha. I think it's a Chiha or a Chini. I think it's the Chiha. I mean, there is a Chini in here. Let's see, speed up a little bit. I do sit here and contemplate for a little bit. What's my next move? And there's the Chiha. I don't know if I'm the one that spot him or if it's the T18 or maybe the Panzer Jaeger or somebody that spots him. But I'm definitely not going to poke out now. He can take me out pretty easily. But luckily, he gets taken out. So I'm sitting there debating. I have speed, but I do have a hill in front of me. I'm wanting to get over. Here, let me unlock you real quick. I'm wanting to get over there. That's what I want to do, and try to scout and everything. That's my plan. I'm just debating on when and how I should do that. So all right. So now is when I decide to make my move. So I'm hoping that my speed will be able to kick up fast enough so I won't take any damage right here if anybody spots me. And there's the T2 light. So I decided to come down here, and then what is this? You'll see. Oh, Panzer II right there. Even sideways, he's sideways to me. I'm still barely taking any barely penetrating at all because of the way he's angled. And then I get tracked. I decided to go ahead and take out this T2 light, and luckily my teammates take him out. So if I was smart, I would have backed off right here, and you'll see why in a minute. Go ahead and put it in T2 because I'm not playing it to its strength like I did earlier in the match. I'm not using the speed right now. I'm a sitting duck pretty much. I have water to my left. There's a T127. You remember him? There's a Crusader, I think it is. Cruiser 2. And right here, I really should have backed off. You'll see. I mean, I'm hitting the front of his turret, but at the same time, I wasn't able to do anything. He pretty much demolished that Cruiser 3. So I should have played it smart. I should have backed up. I should have got the hell out of Dodge, but I didn't. And you'll see where that comes to bite me here in a second. Oh, let's rewind that. For some reason, it's not showing whenever tanks appear for some reason. I guess it might be the fast forward or whatever. Wait, there he is. Yeah, I should have already been gone. I should have been way out of there. Because he makes short work of me. It's somebody in the chat later says it was using gold ammo. I don't know. I don't have any kind of mods or anything that show the damage and what kind of ammo it was used. Even if he wasn't using gold ammo, I was a sitting duck. I wasn't penetrating. I got one shot into him. You can see right there. Out of everything I've done, so I should have been long gone out of there. But we do end up winning this match. The guys up on the ridge, they do push down, take out everything, and these guys finally push up, and we do win this match, luckily. So let's go ahead and head back into the hangar and wrap this video up. Alright guys, so this was my impressions video of the Panzer I C. All in all, I really enjoy this tank. You cannot sit still once you're spotted. I keep making that mistake, and you can see right here. Let's go to the my statistics for this vehicle. I do have a 52% win ratio in this. But you can see battles survived 17.3%. So not very good surviving battles for me, because I'm just now learning the speed and the maneuverability and the turret traversing and everything. You need to use that to your benefit and not to sit still once you're spotted. But yeah, all in all, probably at this point my favorite tank just to have fun in. You know, when I'm not really worried about doing massive amounts of damage or anything like that. Very good tank to destroy arty. So all in all, a very good tank. I enjoy it. So if you just want to have fun, just have some mindless fun in a little tank, they can really scoot. Definitely check out the Panzer I C if you haven't already. So that's been my impressions video. I appreciate watching. Leave a like if you liked, and stay tuned for more.